Blah 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 blah. It's your turn to be the victim of my interrogation. You are definitely gonna tell us about Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elk was in?
I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service?
Nah. I think you're gonna do just fine, Bessel. What's she talking about? I guess better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Bessel, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elk's troubles have something to do with this? I wonder. I wonder if it has something to do with his money problems. Like maybe him betting on horse races? Yeah, because it says right over here that he was betting on horses. We found this in his desk, and there's over 500 of them. And you still haven't cleaned his desk after a month. What do you have to say about that?
What is that?
A bunch of horse racing tickets. All losing ones.
With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral.
Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? That we do.
But what is the relevance of these tickets?
The victim, Mr. Glenn Elk. He had a gambling habit, didn't he? I see. So this is what it's all about. The reason why you still had Glenn Elk's tickets in his desk even after a month was because you were planning on taking all of them just so that you get your $500. Is that it?
I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts.
Ah, yes it is. Don't be lying to yourself.
Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time.
Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets.
Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own.
You're right. But I'm not through yet. Mr. Elk's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Yeah, it was more than that. Like, for example, the lottery, as such. Like this, victim's lottery ticket. He also bought lottery tickets for him to win millions and millions of dollars. This proves without a shadow of doubt that he had some money problems as well. The lottery, horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. And given his money problems, there is no doubt that he was also spending a lot of money. He was wasting all his money on poker and hookers. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps?
No! You're right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand?
Trust me, even if I want to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. So ha! Suck on that!
But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000.
Yeah, but...
It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it?
It's true that Mr. Elk won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that.
Deep trouble? What do you mean?
Mr. Elk's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Someone or something was more terrifying and ferocious. Oh yes, no doubt with someone ferocious, furious, like the Furio Tigre himself. He definitely had some stuff to do with that tiger, that's for sure. Furio Tigre, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. No doubt at some point he was also owning Tender Lender lots and lots of money.
Tender Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices.
Hey, that's not me, that's Furio Tigre. You should talk to him about that sort of stuff. Like you're the one to talk. Oh, what do you think?
Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money.
No. I mean about Mr. Elk.
You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tigre?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them.
Really? Because I got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. Proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. Proof. Well, it is because of this. Apparently, Mr. Glenn Elk had this at the time of his death. And apparently, it was nowhere to be found. Except right now at Tender Lender, which connects Glenn Elk to Furio Tigre. Well, what do you think?
I'm not sure. Let's ask one of the programmers. Excuse me, can you answer this man's query, please?
Oh no. No, please. No! No more code jibba jabba! The data queue that renders the system task for troubleshooting requires the multitasking simulation for local variables to be put into sleep mode so that transmission on the active node can be built correctly according to the source code. Obviously. Wow! I actually managed that. Sort of. I missed some words over there, but hey! I did it.
So I'm afraid that this is the situation, you see. Did the good people follow all that?
Not even slightly. What was all that mumbo jumbo?
It is exactly as my programmer explained.
I guess I picked the wrong piece of evidence there.
What? Are you kidding me? Glenn had a lot of friends, Mr. Wright. You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tigre?
Yes. Well, admittedly, my piece of evidence was a little bit far-fetched. I don't know, I mean...
I'm sorry, I don't know any connection between the two of them.
Maybe there is something else.
Ah, there it is.
It says right here on Glenn's old calendar. On December 3rd, the day of the incident, there is a note saying meet the tiger. This proves without a shadow of a doubt that Glenn Elk had something to do with Furio Tigre. Cause who else in this city would name themselves the Tiger?
Take that!
Furio Tigre, a.k.a. the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elk met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt.
No! It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think.
$100,000? Ouch.
But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear.
Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What would his plan then? Yeah... Chances are very high that before he won the lottery, he already had some plans to try and squeeze some money from somewhere. And that will be from Furio Tigre at Tender Lender. But, well, when... Okay, well this is interesting. It was when Glenn Elk saw that he won at the lottery that maybe this happened. Maybe if Glenn Elk didn't win then, none of this would have happened. Maybe Furio Tigre saw that, oh, Glenn Elk won, therefore their plans were no longer active. Glenn Elk would have nothing to do with Furio Tigre at that point, since he already won the lottery ticket, so all bets were off. So Furio Tigre needed to do something about that. That could be a motive.
Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he was to use his talents to repay the money.
His talents?
I suspect he was talking about programming.
What computer program is worth $100,000?
Perhaps you good people should at leave so I can get back to my work.
I don't think so. Lisa Bessel, we still have something to clarify over here. So close to cracking her. We're so close to cracking the code! The program in question. Was it by any chance this? Yeah, it definitely has to be this. This is definitely worth more than $100,000, Lisa Bessel. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is a virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber!
No!
Yeah, get bombered, yo! Alright, so can we talk about this? Especially about this virus over here.
Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus.
In more ways than one.
Glenn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay.
So,
He said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky.
I see. Now the question is, do you have anything to do with this, Lisa Bessel? Did you know that Glenn Elk worked on something so dangerous like this? Risky? How?
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribune?
Yeah, that's definitely a risky job, Woodward John Armstrong. Where do you come up with these ideas? Hey, I mean, it is risky working with a guy like that. Especially for a cute girl like her. Man. Okay, so tell us about this risky extra work. So it's safe to say Mr. Ogg was the creator of this virus, huh?
The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that will probably fetch several $1 million on the black market.
Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. Hey, it's not inconceivable at all. You should believe in Gumshoe sometimes.
This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts.
Ah, is that so? The evidence has been updated. Computer virus made by Glenn Elk, potentially worth millions of dollars. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Alright, well... until we find more evidence... that is if we're gonna find extra evidence. Otherwise, I guess Lisa Bessel has nothing to do with this. It's not like she wanted Glenn Elk to create the virus. Glenn Elk created the virus on his own. Unless further evidence is found, I guess Lisa Bessel is on the clear about this. So it's only Glenn Elk that is responsible for this.
Use a trash can, Nick.
Okay, well, I guess so. Is there anything else that you can tell us? Maybe, do you know anything about the Studio Tigre?
Would you mind taking a look at this?
I guess not. Okay. So... Alright. Enough with the Sparta. Like, once is fine, but I don't think I really want to get kicked in the nads, Sparta style, like 50 times now. So, let's just get out of here, I guess. I guess next stop is, I guess next stop is Tenderlander, and see about tackling Violeta's Cyclops, if we can. That is... if we know where we're going. No, not you. Yes, right over here. Let's talk about some stuff ourselves here, Violeta.
Take that!
You have a lot more Psychologue, so you're definitely gonna be a tough cookie to crack. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did your injury in question have something to do with this? Something to do with what exactly? Oh. I see. Okay, I think I'm understanding something a little bit more than I did before. I was thinking that Furio Tigre is in some sort of trouble over here. And I think I may know why. But... Actually, let me see. Wasn't there something else that we got? Like... some sort of repair bill that we got from somewhere. Not this. It was... this. A car repair bill for 15,000. Paid by Tigre to the Cadavrini family. That could also be a connection, but I wonder, does it have something to do with this broken scooter over here? Well?
Donuts?
Sure, thank you. Eh?
I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one.
What's inside?
Jam and...
And? Well, don't just leave us in the shadow like that, just tell us! I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch that. Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'll pass. I guess that was a flop. No? Huh. So I guess that means I'm wrong? Then again, it kinda goes with the plot hole that I kept nitpicking about the huge 1 month gap. Cause if it is what I think it is, then this scooter is still broken after 1 month. You would think that Furio Tigre would repair that at some point. Unless maybe he had, he's still having money problems, so I guess that's why he didn't repair it. I guess that makes sense, if I have to think about it like that. But okay. Their injury that has something to do with... But maybe it is because of the repair bill. Like, there was maybe a car accident. It was paid by Tigre to the Cadavrini family. A.k.a. your family, Violetta. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis?
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong. And this is why. Well, we did learn that you are the daughter of Bruto Cadavrini. And the proof is... well, maybe like right over here? The head of the Cadavrini family crime syndicate seems to live for his granddaughter. Yeah, this profile over here talks about his granddaughter. The granddaughter of crime boss Bruto Cadavrini. A thoroughly bitter person. Yeah, I guess this should suffice enough. We do have papers written about you, Viola, that is talking about Bruto Cadavrini and his granddaughter. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadavrini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you?
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike, or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swear to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadavrini, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away? Viola, you're definitely hiding something over here, that's for sure.
If it had stayed, I'd have...
Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... Well, there is no doubt about it in my mind. Some evidence do lead to this. The tiger. He was the one that was riding the motorcycle. Or not the motorcycle, the scooter. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of her accident.
It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it.
Hmm?
We collided, the motorbike, and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he?
Oh, it was the tiger who caused Violet's crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. Huh. I'm sorry, Miss Cadavrini. But I had proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Oh, okay. So I guess now it's the perfect time for us to talk about this scooter that Furio Tegre was riding. It is still broken, proof that he was in a car accident. And he was pretty furious when we tried to touch the scooter when we were at Vitamin Square. So yeah, this is proof without a shadow of doubt that he was in a car accident. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadavrini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadavrinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? Okay, well, you should definitely tell us the truth at this point, Viola. You cannot hide anymore.
It's possible. Perhaps somewhere inside me, I know that may be true.
Huh? What are you talking about?
But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much are we talking?
Very, very, very expensive.
She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, he was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? Do you honestly believe that to be true? That he actually cares about you, Viola? Or is it something else? There might be a reason why he himself paid for the operation as well. Not necessarily because he cared about you. Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it kind of depends on the head injury, but I think that she is... It's not necessarily that she's hiding something, but rather maybe she's not aware of some stuff, or she doesn't want to believe some of the other stuff that she may think. But what we think is that the reason why he paid for the operation was because he was being forced by Bruno Cadavarini to pay up, and such. He was in deep shit because you were involved in that traffic accident that almost killed his granddaughter, so that's why. He is definitely in debt because of this. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruno Cadavarini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you're his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadavarini, do you think Mr. Tiger would have paid the money? $1 million.
"4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure." "Oh, really?"
Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big.
"They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million?
Yeah, I don't think that it was the operation itself, but doesn't it strike you as odd that the operation itself would cost like $1 million, and yet you're telling us that it was a simple procedure? No. I think that this amount of money that Furio Chigure is trying to pay is for Bruno Cadavarini. He's being forced into giving all this money.
My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation." "Compensation, huh?"
It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Yeah, surely. So this is why Furio Tigre is in all this stuff. That's why he did all this. Why he met with Glen Elk and tried to settle things.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruno Cadavarini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. But I knew that wasn't really true. Oh, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way?
Does it have something to do with Trebian? More specifically about this woman that we heard about, that was at Trebian.
Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I am Bruno Cadavarini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse.
What a bad time for a reference like that. Viola's medical papers added to the court record.
Wow, I feel so bad for Viola.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess deep inside she wanted to believe that Furio Tigre cared about her. That's... I guess it could be that the truth is far from it, that Furio Tigre doesn't really care about Viola. He only cares about not getting into deeper shit than he already is because of Bruto Cadavarini. That's why Furio Tigre is trying to satisfy Viola's needs here, as such. Because remember the type of reaction that Furio Tigre had when Viola came back here. It wasn't because he cared about Viola, it was because he was scared of not screwing up anything that would make his situation worse with Bruto Cadavarini. It's inexcusable.
Huh?
There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics.
Is everything alright, Nick?
We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I don't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Alright, well, I guess we won't need that anymore. Alright, well, we've done Lisa and Violetta's Cyclops, so I'm thinking that we're gonna be wrapping up soon enough. I don't know if there's anything else that we can investigate, honestly. I'm not sure. Do you have anything to say, Grabs? Nah, I think that we got enough out of you. So... Johnny Armstrongy? Ah, Banshu! I've been waiting for you to return. Really now?
Miss Armstrong.
Really now? You were waiting for us, eh? Boy oh boy. Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to yes, fellas.
It's Zinyok!
Yep, Zinyop is here. Who are you calling Zinyop? I'm under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What are you talking about? You guys wanna play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers! Now! I think he wants Viola Cadavarini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadavarini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it! That girl is dumber than an eggplant! Wow. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna revert back to my one of my original opinions about people like you. You truly are a douchebag that abuses girls. You just wanna know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. And it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I cannot let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I am going to expose what you did to get the 1 billion you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2. Oui. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with him. Ugh. Really hurt. Well, bad. You're giving me a tummy ache over here. Is that all he's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Oh shit! He's gonna burn us. He's gonna burn us alive. Wait. Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have left my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Hold it, pal! Gasho! Detective Gasho? Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, Cooper? Bitch! Whoa! Come on, Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But... Go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? I got a point there, Gumshoe. Alright, well, you're the boss. You deal with this guy. Alright, thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind!
I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court. On my battlefield. Tenderlander is going down.